Hello, it is Jacinta Mpali Nkana, and in this week's message, I'll be sharing with you what I believe will inspire you. And the topic that I'm speaking about today is based on this statement that you are never rejected. You're never rejected. You will never be rejected, and you've never been rejected. So I'll give you a few examples, and along with giving you two reasons why I know and believe that you will never be rejected, have never, and can never be rejected, and maybe four tips that you can employ for your mind to perceive things better and redefine your experiences so that you feel better about yourself, about life, and about the experiences that you go through. Now, before I get started with this talk, I've been told that I tend to speak more about the person, the self. But I believe with all my heart that we are the most important people, we are the most important assets in all our endeavors. Without us, without a clear mindset, without good psychology, we cannot go out there, personal good psychology, we cannot go out there and pursue our goals consistently. And remember, progress and success, taking action is 80% psychology and 20% technique. So if you understand your psychology, your personal psychology, how you think, how you make the decisions you make and why you make those decisions, what inspires you to take actions, when you take action, and your prominent beliefs and what drives you, then you'll be able to put yourself out there well knowing what mental and emotional resources you have and how you can invest them into achieving your goals. So going back to the topic, you can never be rejected. You will never be rejected, and you've never been rejected. Why is that? Well, point number one, let's go to the definition of rejection. Rejection is the dismissing or refusing of a proposal. So when you say that I have been rejected, it also means that you've been dismissed or refused. And let's separate the two. You, my friend, are way above anyone ever rejecting you. First of all, no one knows who you really are. You are the only one who knows who you really are. And at times we don't even know the full potential. We don't even know the full magnificency of who we truly are. So you're so much more than that application, that letter, that proposal. So the truth is that they rejected, they dismissed, they disapproved your application, your idea, or your proposal. They did not reject you. In any case, they've never met you. They will even never meet you. So how can they reject you? You are above and beyond anything that you sent out there. Besides, whatever you sent, whether it's an application, approval, a proposal or idea, it's just a small tiny bit of who you truly are. It's just a little bit of an experience, or maybe an education, or maybe a suggestion, an idea. It's not the totality of who you are. Who you are is a magnificent being created in the very image of God. Who you are, according to the Bible, is created in the likeness of God. You're way above more than any idea that you've ever put there. You're not your body, you're not your mind, you're not your spirit. You're above it all. But let's not even go there. Let's go back to the issue. The issue is that you're more than the idea. So if they reject your idea, don't define their disapproval to imply that the whole of you, the whole of the wonderful you has been rejected. So number one is definitions. If we can change the way we define things, if we can change the way we communicate to ourselves, if we can change the way we perceive things and communicate in ways that are less cumbersome, less damaging to our emotions, then we can live life on our terms. So the idea is to also understand that the word rejection has a lot of bad PR. It has a lot of negative history. People cry because even rejection in itself, that term, people feel shattered because you've been isolated, you've been disapproved. So there is so much PR, negative PR. So maybe instead of using the word rejection, you could say my approval, my proposal was disapproved. Simple. I wasn't accepted. My application wasn't accepted. So point number two is, like I said, you were not rejected. The idea was rejected because you're more than the idea. You're not the totality of the idea, proposal, application that you sent. Point number 3 is to consider every action you take during your submission as an outcome. Let's imagine that you were applying for a job. The first thing that you did, even reading through the application, you achieved. There was an output, so there was an outcome. You spent time during it. You spent time reading the application. You spent time comprehending what was included in the definition of the what the requirements of the job or whatever proposal. You put out, you achieved something, you went over that step, you came to the end of that step. So if we can start accepting and appreciating every step we take as an outcome, as an output, then we do not get attached to the end, to the totality of the whole process, because we know that every step we've taken towards that goal was an achievement. So we celebrate every step. We are satisfied with everything that we are doing towards achieving that goal. That's why they say that if you don't want it, don't do it. Because if you're doing what you don't want, or if you're applying for a job you don't really want, or you're just sending in a proposal because someone else told you to do so, then you're not enjoying the process. You're not putting in your all. That means that your outcome, your output for every step you take is not comprehensive of what you should have done. So the idea is to be sure, first of all, that what you're doing, whatever you're applying for, the proposal you're sending in, is exactly what you want to be sending in and exactly what you want to do, so that you celebrate as you go along. So how do we, more tips on how we can really move away from that notion that I've been rejected, because it's a lie, it's not the truth. Number 1, you have to consider that it's not your business. It's not your business that those people did not approve your application. If they sit down with your proposal, application, or idea and decide that it did not sink in with their requirements, that is their business. They know why they did it. They made the decision. It wasn't your business. Your business was to apply, to send the proposal, to send the idea, to pitch it. That was your business. Now their business was to evaluate it and give you an answer. And now your next business is to perceive their answer, their update in the best way you can. If you're always perceiving things the wrong way, then you're going to feel bad. Then you're going to feel rejected. You're going to make the whole experience your total experience. You're going to confine yourself to that one experience and conclude that you're not good enough. So the idea is to leave their actions to them, perceive their responses as simple as, oh, they did not like the idea, and then move on to the next project. So don't get hung up on other people's decisions, on other people's businesses, like I call them, to determine what you're doing next. Let them know. Don't let their perceptions or their answers affect you. Maybe you could borrow their or consider their responses, especially if they gave you a reason why they did not accept or they did not approve your application or proposal. Maybe you could consider how you can improve yourself or your communication or your pitch letters, and go with that. Find the positive in every response. Find the lesson in every disapproval, because there is a lesson in every communication. There is a lesson in every word that we are told by others. And then the last tip I could give you is to be kind to yourself. Speak to yourself better. Instead of using such negative, coarse, bad PR words like "I was rejected" or "my proposal was rejected," just use softer, kinder words that, "Oh, my application wasn't approved," or it wasn't in sync with what they wanted. I wonder what they wanted. Maybe let me try somewhere else. Let me examine my application or proposal and see what I would have done better. So learn how to communicate to yourself better. Use your own language. Use a language that best makes you feel better. Don't borrow definitions or terms that are used by the world and map them on your own thoughts and emotions. You come up with your own words. No one said that you can't come up with your own definitions. No one says that you can't come up with your own words. So make your world the way you want it to be, especially internally. Examine how you speak to yourself and learn how to you speak to yourself in a more positive way. Now, I know this is going to help you. Of course it will help you, because I've used it for myself, and on my clients. So in a nutshell, you can never be rejected, will never be rejected, have never been rejected. Just examine the definition and know that you are different. You're separate from the idea or proposal that was disapproved. Number two, consider every action you take as an outcome. Don't hang up on the finality of the process. Only do what you love to do so that you enjoy every step of the process, and consider every step as an outcome, as an achievement, so that even if the results of your application or proposal were not incongruent with your, did not match what you wanted, they were not positive, you still achieved a lot because you went through the process with enthusiasm in its totality. Number three, celebrate your actions and know that it's their business, their decisions are their business, and your decisions to feel better about what they said, whatever, is your business. It's your business to feel good. It's your business to redefine your experiences so that they help you stay in a good vibration. And lastly, learn how to communicate to yourself better, softer, and more beautifully. And remember, you are magnificent, and there is abundant power within you, my friend. Now, I hope you have an amazing holiday season, and I'm sending you God's love and light.